phone, and if you haven't done so, please silence it at this time. I want to thank Mr. Carson and his staff first for hosting our meeting tonight, and I'm going to call on him for just a moment to give you an overall view of what he has for us, the snapshot that's up here, and anything else that he would like to talk about.
Okay, welcome to Park Memorial, and everybody can make it tonight. I'm really proud of what we're doing at Park Memorial. Due to the Common Core standards that came in a couple years ago, there's been a true instructional shift here at Park Memorial. We're doing a whole lot more writing, a lot more close reads, but what I wanted to provide for you was just a one-page snapshot or summary as to what we're doing at Park Memorial this year. So that's what you have in front of you. I'm certainly not going to read it to you, but I think it kind of gives you an idea of what's going on day to day here at school. I asked my leadership team to come. I had more teachers show up than my leadership team. Instead of me introducing them real quick, what I like to do is for every teacher and parent here, I'm just going to start with Vicki over here. Just hold your hand up, please, enter your name, and if you are on the leadership team, please recognize the fact that you are on the leadership team, because that's a very important thing here at Park Memorial. And I do have some leadership team parents here as well, so if you, same thing, parents, name that you're a parent on the leadership team. Start with Vicki.
I'm Vicki Ackland.
Teach.
Oh, I teach first grade. I'm sorry. This is my room in here.
I'm Gina Baggett and I teach first grade.
Alexis Eckert. I'm a volunteer science explorer, whatever here, and I'm also on the leadership team.
Laura Medley, leadership team.
I'm Wendy Cowley, teach fourth grade. I'm on the leadership team.
Fourth grade.
Science, sorry.
And writing.
Yeah, and writing.
Michelle Bishop, RTI.
Kim Helton, 5th grade math, and I'm on the leadership team.
Deborah Van Zant, 4th grade reading.
Kenya Oliver, I teach kindergarten and I'm on the leadership team.
Rebecca Williams, kindergarten.
Kathy Holt, kindergarten.
Christy Wallace, RTI, and I'm on the leadership team.
Leanne McCullough, parent, and I'm on the leadership team.
Dee Van Zant, 3rd grade. I teach science.
Nell Green, I teach pre-K.
Michelle Counts, I teach pre-K and I'm on the leadership team.
Paula Emery, I teach 2nd grade.
Amy Bruner, 3rd grade math and writing and leadership team.
Beverly Holmes, 2nd grade.
That's it. Thank you. Please take a look at that snapshot when you have a chance, and thank you again for coming to school.
Thank you again, Mr. Carson. Thank you all for the great job that you do every day. Feel free to go home. We know you're tired. We appreciate you having us tonight. Thank you. With that said, we'll go on with the agenda. I don't believe we have any requests in here. Move right on to the approval of the agenda. Please take a look, see if there's any questions, concerns, and then we'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve by Mr. Guest, second by Ms. Leakey. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. This takes us to the approval of the consent agenda. I believe that has about 4 different sections in it, one being the December minutes, another being surplus items, numerous items that we wanted to place on the bill in order to get rid of. Part of dismissals, I believe that's Huntland Spring Sports. And then the last item is a couple of budget amendments, which I think are basically housekeeping chores, one being the general purpose and then also cafeteria budgets.
Second.
Motion approved by Ms. Leakey, second by Mr. Guest. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. That brings us to the director's report.
Good evening. The personnel report was not available last week, but we have it loaded for this week. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer those. This time of year, obviously, with the change in the semesters, we do have some transfers, resignations, those sorts of things that are pretty normal. And I think right now, positions are one certified. That is outstanding, but otherwise, our positions are filled at this point. Okay, and a couple of items that are not on the agenda, but I wanted to make you aware of those. The grade cards at Franklin County High School are scheduled to go out this week. I've asked Dr. Alsop to hold those and delay that a few days because we're hoping that we're going to get the end of course test scores back from the December block test that we took. My concern is if we don't count them in this semester, but then we get them at the end of the year within the 5-day window and we have to count them, there's going to be a disparity in the scores because it counts 10% of the grade for those subjects that have end of course tests. So to be fair to all the students, I think holding the grade cards for a few days to try to get those scores in would be beneficial. So we're going to do that. I'm going to make you aware of that in case you hear something. But we will get them out next week. As of right now, that's what we're scheduled to do. We finished going into the program where we have to go in and claim students. We finished that up today. So we're hoping that maybe tomorrow or possibly Thursday we'll have that data back, or Wednesday, sorry. So I'll keep you posted on that. But we will get those out. We just wanted to be sure to be fair and count the scores in both grading periods. And then the other piece, I'm assuming you all get the emails from TSBA about the legislative update. If you haven't had a chance to review that, there are some of the resolutions in there that you may want to consider as a board. There's one, you obviously have already done the ACT resolution, and that's still in there, and so it is an agenda item for TSBA as we go into the legislative session. But the other one is the grading scale, the A through F that's going to be assigned. Several of the systems have submitted resolutions, or boards of systems have submitted the resolution asking that that be a local decision or that they basically give more input because the state has set that grading scale up and there's some concern about what that constitutes. So just a heads up on that. You may want to take a look at those and then we can talk about them in February board meeting.
And there's still a voucher piece that's still in there as well.
There is, but I don't know, what activity there's going to be. We never know until the legislation starts. But I would assume that's going to come up. Obviously, the seatbelts are going to come up again, and I hope you all do sign the letter tonight to send to Representative Alexander that we discussed last week.
Any questions, comments? Thank you. Takes us to old business. We have one item there, policy 4.406, which deals with the use of the internet. And this is a policy that we actually were reviewing in December, but we pulled it out. Specifically, the part needed some more work on the use of social media. And you may want to speak to that, or Linda, or Adam.
Actually, let's tell it, Mr. Tucker.
I'm assuming that you had a great deal to do with reviewing that. So.
Yes, and we went through it in detail at our work session. The only, basically, the issue with what TSBA proposed, and I think this was the consensus of the board, was that it was overly broad, and that we wanted to be more specific in terms of what was permitted and what was not permitted in terms of employees engaging or posting on social media or the internet, both at work and then outside of work. And so this policy revision is an attempt to do that. The only thing that in our discussions that came, discussion last week of the policy, number 4, which is under social networking, there was a question as to whether that would authorize the director of schools to designate someone to give an employee to post on Franklin County School and social media site. And I thought maybe that it might be worthwhile adding to the end of number 4 where it says by the director of schools, adding by the director of schools or the director designee, and just to make that explicit there. I think that's consistent with what I drafted initially, but I think it would be more clear to add or the director's designee. If anyone has any questions about the revisions that have been asked, I don't want to belabor the point we went through last week.
I think it's pretty clear. I think it does at least set up some parameters of what is and what is not. Any other discussion?
So I'll make a motion to adopt 4.406 as amended oral amendment, I guess.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Tucker, second by Mr. Gibbs. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Takes us to the one item of new business, which is the approval of the Franklin County Schools Internal Controls Manual. If I understand clearly, I believe that we were using a model that the state actually used, and in the audit, we were told that
It's a new law.
New law as of
Yes.
June of this past year, that we have to have our own accountability manual. That's what I think is really all about, is who's what, when, and how, and then backing it up with full policy, which makes it official, I suppose. I was not in the work session, so I don't know if there was any discussion about this. I've looked over it. I haven't read all 43 pages of it, but I've got the general idea about what's going on with it. So I would welcome the input from the law.
Mr. Tucker had asked to see the other document, the one that the schools actually use that's at the state level, to kind of make sure that they're in alignment. So that was the only, and I sent that out to you all last week, so that was the only concern that was voiced. You didn't read all 300 pages of that one?
It didn't raise any concerns
Yeah.
for me.
Any other discussion on that? Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion approved by Mr. Guest, second by Mr. Hanger. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. I guess that brings us to our schedule of our meetings. Maybe we just...
Madam Chair, was I asleep in weakness number 2 under the director's report?
I don't know.
Thought I may have dozed off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I printed my agenda before that. I got that posted. I'm sorry. That was my fault. The letter is there for you all to sign, but I know you wanted to talk to that.
Yeah, I guess, I ran into Dr. Counts, and he's now on the Board of Aldermen, and he had mentioned that Halton was looking at getting a sewer system again, and he wanted to know kind of our thoughts on the sewer system, and if we would be, if they did have it, if we would hook up to it. And I know currently our practice is we have our septic tanks pumped twice a year, so I don't know why we wouldn't, if there's sewer available, I don't know why we wouldn't hook up to it. So he just asked if we would, he and the mayor, asked if we would draft a little letter that basically it states, if they do have one, then we would utilize the service. So I think, Amie came up, or Dr. Lonas came up with a letter, and very to the point. So,
What would be the cost?
well, it all depends on water usage. I would say,
Massive water usage.
yeah, with the exception of irrigation, but any gray water would be a big deal. But irrigation for the athletic fields and stuff like that, of course, but that would be an exception. I think it's pretty, I think it'd be pretty standard, probably comparable to the municipalities. But it's a long way out, and it's still in the planning process. So I think they wanted to know that if the services was available, that we would utilize it.
But we aren't obligated ourselves at this time to do it. We find out the cost.
I don't think we're obligating ourselves now. I mean, really, we're just saying, if the service was there, then we would certainly
Be interested in.
be interested.
Checking into it.
Right.
And it's also fair to say that this has been brought up several times before, and it's never come. So
Why has it not been done before?
that's up to the city of Brooklyn.
I think initially they threw out some pretty high numbers of cost per household and scared a lot of the voters. And I think this Dr. Counts is looking into realistically what would it cost.
You're saying Putnam does not have a city sewer system?
No, sir.
I don't think that. I didn't know of one.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm not going to point a finger at anybody. Okay, now down to the schedule of meetings. February 6th is our work session. And I'm going to bring something up here that's not on this. I guess I should wait on the official vote other than now, but I think we can too. I just talked to several of the board members, and I really like this 5:30 time. And in talking to everyone, I don't see anybody that really has a problem with 5:30.
I'm fine with that.
And the only one would be Miss Christine, she's not here tonight. And I don't know that. So do we need a formal vote on that? Is it something we can just do on consensus? How do you want to do that?
Executive committee system, it's in our,
I think it's in our.
calendar or whatever policy that we make. But it, I mean, we need to back up maybe.
Do we want to start in February then? Sure. Making meetings at 5:30? Okay.
And then if we do need to do,
I'll check it
Let
on
us know.
policy.
I think it actually is in the policy, but it should.
Yeah, I'll double check it. I know, yeah.
so we're going to say, for right now,
That in February, isn't it?
we can, on the 5:30 agenda. 5:30.
Going to approve having it at 5:30 at 5:30.
February the 6th is our work session, that will be at the Board of Education. And then our regular board meeting, which is at the board as well, I believe, is, will begin at 5:30 on February the 13th.
We also have school committee.
We do.
On Monday, January the 26th, is that right? No, it's the 23rd. 23rd. Monday the 23rd, is at 6:30?
It's 6:30.
I should have looked.
I've got it.
I didn't realize it. There's not, okay.
6:30
There's
on the 23rd.
6:30, yes, I'm sorry, at the board. On the 23rd, if you all would like to join the county commissioners that are on that committee.
And we have another building committee meeting tomorrow, is it not?
We do.
Or afternoon at 4, so if anybody wants to come take a look at it's at 4.
And Ms. Foster just said that she looked at the policy and there's nothing that says we can't set the time or need anything. So we're good. We'll just make sure we get it out to the media.
Any other discussion, anything else anybody wants to bring up?
Motion to adjourn.